It's the Caitlin
Oh man, the time walk. The time walk art. Standing on that blue chip. That blue chip there. You ever see those what's that brand? The Red Hot Blues? I love those things. Here, let me get you those corn chips. Yeah, I love these fucking blue chips from the Garden of Eden. Big fan. I usually get some mango habanero salsa to go with them. Anyway, that's what Time Walk's reminded me of. That's the vibe that Time Walk's given me. Plenty of fish in the sea. Rabbits are food. Cats are not food. Currency converter just looks like it's in a candy store, right? All those bright colors. I think there's literally candy coming out of the fucking machine. Or I guess it's not actually candy. It looks like all of these strands are like candy bars and stuff. Or not candy bars, but, you know, lollipops. You can also use coins to buy food, yeah. Money can be exchanged for goods and services. With a currency converter, we can buy lots of peanuts. What is the tastiest card here? Oh shit, what up? Hey Schwab, thanks to the sub, thanks to 78 months there. Sunflower seeds? Sunflower seeds are undeniable, right? I like all those steps you did there, Alothaburus. The original Caracas has an Emily Dickinson poem that talks about a bee. Bees make honey. Honey is food. Oh, when you put it that way, the Caracas just fits right in with the fucking... Well, there's palm trees there. Isn't that how like coconuts grow? I'm a little ignorant. I'm a little bit ignorant about all that. I'll be honest. Burgoyf eats some fucking life totals. That might just be like the tastiest fucking card ever printed. Date palms. Oh yeah. Questing Beast does not make food. Did come from a food set though, right? The first food-based set. Unlimited Euro. That's hard to argue with. Euro in the name. Necromancy could be somebody eating the mouth. The fucking mouth there. Oh man, surprise food is best food. That's when you're drunk and you order DoorDash and then you fall asleep and you wake up to the fucking knock on your door. The snack attack, yeah. You think they're gonna eat that dragon? They might. They might do that. Oh my god. So for us, all of this spread of different bloods might not look like a sumptuous feast, but that is definitely what it is, right? That is definitely vampire food. Even if we're just reusing the table setting, I think Epicure fits here. We got a goblet there. We got some goblets. Some hot gobs. Emberheart Challenger on a Mountain of Bones. I think we're doing Robber. I think we're doing Robber the Rich. Soren makes food. Oh, you have to flip him first. There is quite a bit of food on that table. All right. You know, bone marrow is considered a delicacy by some. I've never seen such a foodless pack. Goblins, not food. You gotta have some place to go and eat. I guess I'll take the Urborg. And again. And again, well, this is actually a fine dining establishment. Look at this. Look at this. That's good eats there. Cloning food, sure. Would Scalding Tarn be a good place to cook our food? That seems fine, right? Gotta cook it somewhere. Volcanic Island also seems like a great place to cook. Just right over the magma. Also, it's like a tropical paradise, right? There's gotta be lots of food to eat there. Those trees and the fishes. Horse meat? Oh, from Fourth Aer Lingus? Yeah, that could have worked. The Mongolians used to tenderize horse steaks by putting them under their saddle. And so the meat would literally tenderize as they rode long distances. And then when they reached their destination, fucking just the the tenderest horse steak you could imagine right there. There's got to be a lot of cookbooks in the Library of Alexandria, right? I think we need a cookbook to figure out how to make this meal. Yeah, tons of books about food. And if the library ever burns, perfect spot for marshmallows, huh? I don't know if I could eat an owl. Plenty of birds I'd be willing to eat. Owls are terrific hunters, though. People do train birds to go get food. Typically falcons, but I'm sure you could train a Strix. The average American eats 25 to 30 owls a year in their sleep. Oh, really? I guess that's the pick then. I heard that was a statistical error. That owl-eating Jim was a outlier and should not have been counted. We got some cards here. So most people would not say that grave robbing is a good way to get food. But if you're fresh about it, if you're fresh enough about it, well, maybe shallow grave gets you there. Good help is hard to dig up. Oh man, they can staff the kitchen too. Looting the food from the city. Oh shit, we need that soul cauldron. We need that cauldron to cook our food. Perfect pickup. Have any of y'all had a food-based nightmare? I just need one. To justify this pick. Jetmir's Garden. Okay, Jetmir's Garden's a little on the nose. A little too obvious, I think, for this pick. Metallic says me sure. Well, that's one! Alright, we've got a food nightmare. What about the fucking Brave Little Toaster? There's that clown nightmare in the middle of it. That's food-based. It's not to get toaster. All those forks. Gumby had a food-based hamburger nightmare that would haunt you as a child. Yeah. Or the Heffalumps and Woozles in fucking Winnie the Pooh. They were always trying to steal his honey. That's a food-based. That's food insecurity. That's a very real nightmare to have. I guess I would eat a lizard. Why not? Oh, we need seasoning. We need seasoning for this step. Blaze up. Were those Winnie or Dumbo? Dumbo had a nightmare scene, but it wasn't Heffalumps and Woozles. Heffalumps and Woozles was Winnie the Pooh. Alright, I'm going to narrow this down. I think the tastiest snacks in this fucking pack are Atraxin, Grizzlebrand. Which do we think is more food-based? We got a whole crowd. Reaching up here. Grizzlebrand fucking eats, though. Avacyn emerged from the broken Hell Vault, but her freedom came at a price. Him. No flavor text. Grizzlebrand doesn't have hands. You don't need hands to eat. Grizzlebrand literally has utensils as hands. Yeah, right? Yeah, no flavor. No flavor on the Atraxa. Grizzlebrand's got the flavor here. Grizzlebrand will take me to Flavor Town. Gristle brand. Perfect. Zombies eat people, so you're going for animate dead. I think Fable eats. We got 2 mouths. 2 bodies cooking here. Just reading this is like a cookbook in and of itself. We harvesting. I feel like every time I do a food-based stip, I end up black. Yeah, harvester makes sense. I think I'm gonna take the bone shards. Here. The fact that we humans eat bone marrow on the regular makes it very food-based to me. Ooh, what are they cooking in that dark ritual? Yeah, I think dark ritual and blood crypt are both arguable, huh? There's a chance that fucking Badlands from earlier wheels. I don't think anyone else is in our colors. Sorry to not mention food for like 2 sentences. I don't know if that's sip breaking. Yeah, I think they're cooking. I think they're cooking in that dark ritual. I'm gonna grab the blood crypt though. Gotta have places to cook. You need the places to cook. I would love to eat a dinosaur. I'd love to eat a dragon too. I think I'm just grabbing vents. You got that ant image there. People eat bugs. People eat bugs all the time. I assume. Harvesting food. Yeah, harvesting food and supplying food are both seem like on point, right? The supplier art looks like a butcher, but harvesting definitely seems more food-based, right? You harvest things from farms and such. Tonight we dine on misery. Entomb. A grave is the safest place to store ill-gotten treasures. And those ill-gotten treasures could be goddamn delicious. You don't know what they're burying there. Also, isn't this just how farmers work? What if you're entombing seeds? Fucking Johnny Appleseed here. Perfect. Oh, the Brewmaster. The Brewmaster is perfect. There's probably something edible in the sewers. Not my first choice for a place to go eat, but you know. Gotta get our zombie brains in. Another harvester. Perfect. Bazaars where you go to buy food. Yes. All food ends up in the sewers eventually. Yeah, that's true. Turtles eat pizza in the sewers. That's a good point, too. Entombing some delicious kimchi to reanimate later. Yeah, right? I watched some videos by this survivalist guy. And he was on some island. And they caught a bunch of fish. And the way that they cooked it was they literally buried the fish to cook it. They entombed it, right? They had a bunch of coals. And then they had a bed of like tropical leaves, and then the fish on top, and then another bed of leaves on top of it, and then they literally like buried it so it could sit there and smolder and just like cook. Looked awesome. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Chase Foolery, thanks for the sub. Thanks for 23 months, appreciate it. Yeah, Underground Ovens. You're back? Welcome back, Octaria. We missed you. I hope you can explain your absence. Got a few cuts here. I'm a little bit worried about supplier milling Ulamog. We don't have the ability to reanimate it. They cook pigs in the ground for luau's. Nice. You're in the same pot as me? Oh, right. Your absence is now excused. Clam bakes are a thing. I'm gonna be honest. That's like very natural and believable. But that's not what my brain went to first when you said clam bake. My brain officially cooked. I could play this Bazaar. Could play Pyrokinesis. Could jam this image. There's a couple things here that aren't bad to image. My issue with Phantasmal Image in this deck is that you can't target it with Soul Cauldron. Bit of an issue. This Grizzlebrand's actually sick here, right? It's good with Soul Cauldron and it's good with Brewmaster. We should be able to draw some cards. Yeah, that makes me want to play the Pyrokinesis, actually. If we're just always going to be drawing 14 cards, might as well have a Pitchcaster in there. Bazaar is nice with Shallow Grave, but I don't really like it with the rest of the deck, and I think we have plenty of ways of bidding things. I don't think we need it. Exactly, Cole MTG. Yeah, the Time Walk looks like a chip to me, and I very specifically pulled out the Garden of Eden blue chips, if you've ever seen those. Oh, this fucking food stip is reminding me. I was supposed to start a HelloFresh sponsorship today. Super didn't do anything towards that. Gotta message someone real quick. One second. Dear sponsorship person, you have invested poorly and I have forgotten. Oi, I forgot about the sponsorship until just this moment. Is it possible to move? I could also just restart the stream, but I'd have to literally close the stream and fire up everything. It'd be pretty obnoxious. Yeah, it turns out it was the HelloFresh person asking for the food stip in a non-intrusive way. I'm just oblivious for forever. No. We have a lot more double reds than double blacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll just add another one. This looks spicy. It should. It should. It's a food stip. Yeah. Just gonna slam Fable. Fair enough. Hopefully they can't answer this Goblin Shaman. Oh, they already got back to me, updated to Sunday. Perfect. This is kind of brutal, huh? Now Grizzlebrand can't even draw cards. I'm still gonna tutor it up, I think. Trying to leave Shallow Grave up. So he's bidding a lot of lands here. Oh, 1 mana short. 1 mana short. Damn. All right, we'll try Sorin out over. I don't know what I can cut, actually. I can't cut removal. I kind of like image for that bird. Hey, me giving 86. Thanks for the sub. These 11 months. Ooh, here we go. Some blue mana. Next turn. Oh, I should draw on the upkeep, right? So if I draw for turn and draw non-land, it's too late to draw with the library for turn, right? I guess I could cast a Time Walk, but I would much rather hit my land drop with the library activation. And this gives me 2 attempts to do so instead of just 1. I don't know why I even worried. Do I want to activate library here is a real question. I think no. I can always like Pyromancer, right? To my lane drop. Hell yeah, Daboom. Let's do Entomb Shallowgrave next turn. I think Strix is worse than just harvesting the Generous here. I'm a little bit worried about library drawing the Ulamog. I guess if I do that, I can just discard it to Bone Shards, huh? Infinite Euros on the platter. And the Time Walk got shoveled back in? That's sick. That's so good. Yeah, I thought this might be the case. But I guess I should have Bone Shards before serving to not give them the option. Wait. Why am I discarding a card here? Have I ever had a Euros pizza? I have. Plenty. I love them. There's a pizza place here in Madison that'll do it. It's kind of a grease pit, but I do get one every once in a while. Well, that game worked out pretty well. No, it doesn't have a tzatziki base. It just has like Euro meat as a topping. Like how you could just like have ground beef on a pizza. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Subtract Security 3553, thanks for the resub, thanks for the 5 months. Long live the cube! I'll cheers to that. And Chorus 70, thanks for the resub, thanks for the 10 months. You prefer entombed beef? Me too. So I'm deciding what to put back here. I think it's between Currency Converter, Volder Epic here, or the Harvester of Misery. And I don't know which I should grab, which I should bin. What's the food justification for Emperor? Yeah, Bone Marrow. Bone Marrowhoid. 4 permanents, you say? Perfect. I will admit, I'm trying very well here. I'll admit it. I'll be the first to admit it. That was lucky. That was fortunate. Oh yeah, we ate that match. We dined. I listen to Sabbath fucking like multiple times a week. I'm just sitting here like I should listen to more Sabbath. Should give me some more of that Sabbath in my ears. The weirdest food stip you ever seen? There's a fucking food maker in my hand. In my hand, Fred. Literally makes food tokens. Epicure. Noun. A person who takes particular pleasure in fine food and drink. Thank you, ugly paintings. Chat's got my back. Baby. We just spit down a 2-2 here. I think that thing makes more sense than treasure. We always play a treasure on our turn if we need it from this currency converter. Do I have a favorite snack when drunk? Probably pizza. Pizza or pasta. I'm not much of a snacker. I have this giant fucking jar of peanuts in front of me, but it's mostly so that if I get like low blood sugar, I don't have to take a break. Put something in me immediately. But yeah, my desire for Little Caesars pizza used to be the stuff of legend among my friend group. And there's some people that would call me up to smoke. Basically anytime they wanted pizza. Because they knew. They knew I'd order one. The most consistent. I thought about using the Soul Cauldron here to pump Grizzlebrand, get an extra point of damage in. I think we're just in a good spot. I think we'll just pass here. Of all the pizza places in Madison, I did not grow up in Madison, friend. I grew up in northern Wisconsin. I have to say, Rocky Rococo is pretty bad. Pretty rancid stuff. Perhaps the worst pizza in Madison is Rocky Rococo. Drunk U's all about it. Hey, that's fair. That's fair. The girlfriend really likes Rosati's. When I lived in the Naperville area, it was like the one pizza place that would deliver to me, so I got really burnt out on Rosati's. And then one moved in like right fucking next to me here in Madison. But there's been some time. There's been like a solid decade plus since I lived there. It's not the worst. Not the worst at all. This hand needs help. Favorite music to jam to while drunk? All of it. Maybe Illuvite. If I have to name a band in particular. I have not proposed, Jedham. Jumping the ball a little bit there. To be fair, though, we have, like, talked about rough ideas. But it would be, like, next year at the earliest. Good chance it won't be for a couple years anyway, so... Currently in the meet each other's folks stage of the relationship. We did this book, a lot of plans for that, actually. She's meeting my dad this literal weekend. And then, in January, I'll be traveling to meet her folks. I literally booked 5 flights last night for like the most complicated ass trip. Took me hours. I have like a lot of experience booking flights and stuff too. But when you're like handling multiple people and yeah, a trip with multiple stops and stuff. Why is booking flights so easy but flying so bad? Yeah, right? I kind of like flying. It's got nothing on train travel, though. Your in-laws love Westerns and Kurt Russell, so you suggested watching Bone Tomahawk? Bone Tomahawk is one of my favorite horror films. It is a horror Western, and perhaps not something to watch with the in-laws. I do really enjoy that film, but it's got its problems, but... I meant to say yes there. That was an awkward no. Well, at least I didn't die. Pretty racist. Yeah, that is one of the criticisms. I guess I'll brewmaster here. Yeah, as a Western lover, you kind of have to put up with some amount of that. But it was like a modern-made film, right? So I certainly get the argument. I am sympathetic. Hey, Golden Kairu, thanks for gifting 2 subs. Congratulations to the Princess Buttercup and to Reckons Gotham. Appreciate you. Golden Kairu, very kind. Let me... One second. I've got another Western horror that I want to recommend. Salome. Saloum. Really unique film. At least it's unique to us Westerners. African-made film. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. It's got like a really cool soundtrack, and the Yeah, the action's good, the story's good, the acting's good. I need to watch the other films that are made by the same director because I really enjoyed the style. Worth checking out for sure if you're looking for a film recommendation. Do I consider Prey a Western? That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know if Prey's a Western. It's got some of the the parts though, right? I wouldn't like balk if somebody called it one. I'm not a Western purist. Yeah, it's just another word for the same thing, right, Pinvalorf? Yeah, Westerns are definitely fantasy. Not depicting a version of the West that actually existed, right? Oh, I meant to loot. God damn it. Yeah, I've misclicked the Palantir, I've misclicked my Restless Vents, misclicking all over the place. Now I'm gonna have to like spend the fucking treasure token to loot with a converter. So bad. I don't think I have to do this in response. Because I can still draw a card on their turn. There are some older Westerns that actually depict some elements of the West how it actually was. Because back then, it was so recent, right? If you go back to like the 1920s, 1930s, you still had people that like helped colonize the West or lived through it from the other side. That Covered Wagon film, a silent film that was made in the 1920s, one of the first like truly epic films where they have got like a large scale going on and such. They used covered wagons that were actually used in the travel westward. A lot of the extras were just people that had a covered wagon as part of like their family heritage. They just like had one on the property that they had like slept in or used for farming or something. So they like they made a few, to fill out the ranks. They like handcrafted a few, but a lot of those wagons literally had traveled the Oregon Trail and stuff. And they used like actual Native Americans instead of faux Indians and such. That became very popular in Hollywood over the next couple of decades. Glad that shit's over, huh? Sure. Is Assault on Precinct 13 a Western? Sure. Yeah, why not? A lot of people count Bad Day at Black Rock as a Western. That is an extremely American movie, by the way. In a good way. Well, the things that Bad Day at Black Rock depict are obviously not good. But it is a very, like, truthful movie. Oh, that is awkward. That's gonna strand my Ulamog now. At least we just shoveled the Time Walk back in, but that's pretty bad for me. Guess I'll play this fucking thing. Cowboy Bebop or Firefly Westerns? Yeah, they're called, like, space Westerns, right? But yeah, highly recommend Bad Day at Black Rock if you've never seen it. Underwatched film. I would not consider Killers of the Flower Moon a Western, I don't think. Just a period piece. What defines a spaghetti Western? Being filmed in Italy? Yeah. You guessed it, my Maya. Yeah, spaghetti Westerns were shot in Italy because it was like very cheap to shoot there. and they would use actors from like a whole bunch of different nationalities and such, just like pretending. That is an aggressive fire confluence. Hey, we got Fable Manum. And so shooting on set, there'd be people like speaking with a whole bunch of different languages. And then they would dub it, they would overdub it in whatever language they were releasing the movie in. In shooting the Man with No Name trilogy, and it is a fake trilogy, by the way. It was like a distributor gimmick to call it like a trilogy and connect all the films. But when shooting them, Clint Eastwood would get frustrated because they were overdubbing it anyway. So the camera crew and the like would just talk. They would just chat over it while the actors are trying to deliver their lines and stuff. If you've seen Clint Eastwood's acting, though, I don't know why he was upset. The Man with No Name trilogy was actually a large part of like what got me into westerns. So I was pretty disappointed when I rewatched the one where he's always like playing two sides. I can't remember if it's Fistful of Dollars or For a Few Dollars More. I think it's Fistful of Dollars. The one where Sergio Leone literally got sued by Kurosawa for stealing his film. But I watched the Kurosawa film recently, and then watched the Dollars film right after, and it's blatant. It's just a worse version of the same movie. All of the same plot beats, characters, everything. It's like, Jesus Christ. This was they did not try to hide this. Yojimbo, yeah. I'm gonna clear this Narset. I'm a little nervous about that Narset. Glad you're enjoying the jams, Vinny the Goat. Do I have thoughts on Shanghai Noon? I saw it in theaters when I was in... God, was that high school or middle school? I don't know. I enjoyed it. It's been a long time since I've seen it, though. Well, shall we draw 7? I guess there's that Brazen Borrower over there. Oh, they can still play the Brazen Borrower off the LED. I might draw 7 anyway. It's like pretty fun, right? Hell yeah, Pitchwind. Wow. This was not ideal. I don't know if I've ever seen a worse Grizzlebrand loot. Oh, I should have activated the other land. Yeah, I should have been able to draw with library here. I don't understand. Oh, is this only a sorcery? Yeah, I am very dead then. I was like, why are people calling me dead? I don't get it. I don't understand why people would think that. Well, then. Yeah, I thought so too, Sprinkles. I was incorrect. Chat was right, I was wrong, I was very dead, whatever. I'm just supposed to looting here. Yeah, I really like this currency converter card. There's gotta be a spot in Legacy with currency converter and looting and stuff. There's gotta be. Do we have a surveil land in this deck that we just haven't drawn yet? Could triple block this golem. Yeah, you might be right about that Cole. Please have nothing, please have nothing, please have nothing. Good sign, good start. What a sick fucking solo. Those violins. How have I never heard this before? No, my deck, my beautiful deck. That's so rude. All right, I guess I attack. Whatever, having guitar solos. Still plenty of bands putting out banger guitar solos, but they're psychedelic rock bands, right? Or I really like the guitar solos in stoner rock because they're very classic rock style. Classic rock style of solo. You don't hear a lot of them in pop music, but like pop music was never really about that, right? Feels like this game's slipping away, doesn't it? I'm not familiar with Lecherous Gaze. Sometimes it's just not your day, Sometimes it's just not your day. Some cool image targets over there. I don't know, I'd swap out Cauldron maybe. Very similar opener to the last hand. Hopefully that's not too ominous. Is this note about food stips accurate? It is to it. We literally have food production in the deck, as well as a bunch of nommers. Folks that weren't there for the draft portion getting real judgmental about our food stip. Meanwhile, we literally have food production in the deck, too. I don't know what else you want from me. Terrible opinion, G-Dub. Just atrocious. So the currency converter can surprise, make a 2/2. So maybe I won't get completely bodied by this fucking dog hum. We'll see. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I only want to hear a guitar solo when it's time to rock out. It's the only time the guitar solo will fit. Otherwise, it's a bit excessive. Like if I want to listen to terrible music, terrible time for guitar solo. Interesting Dan flashes. Isn't a bit excessive the whole point of guitar solo? Yeah, right? Urborg would be a sick rip. Okay. Bass solos. I'm down for some bass solo. Possibly I should have shocked there. And then Entomb for Grizzlebrand, and then Animate Dead Grizzlebrand. Very possible that was correct. I've been thinking that I was going to go get the Eldrazi, but maybe it's just not that kind of game, This made all the mana in the fucking universe over there. Doesn't take me far this turn, but it means next turn I might do a little something something. We'll see. And we're not dead on board, so, you know, whatever. This is a big fourth. It looks like a big fourth, doesn't it? Oh, I didn't crack the treasure. It is a big fourth, but they want to save the treasure. 8. You hope I get the Pat Garrett, the Billy Kid 4K Criterion Western. I saw that they were making a Criterion for Seven Samurai. Kind of exciting. I already own the Seven Samurai, but I don't have a fucking 4K of it. I don't have a goddamn 4K release. I might have to rebuy it. I might have to double dip. Might have to splurge a bit. Food Stip, unfortunately, going a meager 1 and 2, but we did get to eat some of those games, huh? We did indeed get to eat in a couple of those. Cool. Very cool. You have it on Criterion Laserdisc? Amazing. That's incredible.